is Luka Doncic doing? Why are you not seeing PJ Washington you're supposed to be guarding? Like, how does this happen right here? If you want to play in the gaps away from the ball, you got to have your feet set. You can't be moving your feet inward. Look at Dwight Powell. Look at how his feet are moving inward. You're not getting back out to Gordon Hayward now, who can just get it and go. What is Kyrie Irving doing? You're getting back to the middle of nowhere. Get over here. Like, where's Kyrie Irving going right now? What? That's a terrible gamble, but Kyrie Irving still shouldn't be standing here. I mean... Okay, so stop. You're switching the screen. Kyrie Irving's got to get underneath the screener. You cannot switch over the top of the screener. Look at Kyrie Irving. This just can't happen. Horrible transition defense. Christian Wood was jogging back. He's not getting back to a body. This is a disaster. There's no reason that we should see Christian Wood. Like, what is Christian? What were you doing this whole time? Why were you not sprinting to the corner? It's just bad transition defense. If you're Tim Hardaway here, you contest this PJ Washington hook shot. Okay, fine, stop, but the job is not done. So right now, as soon as you land, get right into his jersey and box out. Tim Hardaway does not do that. What is Josh Green doing here? You're not going to this Hornets player. Christian Wood is guarding this Hornets player. Now, why Christian Wood is in the paint, I don't know, and is not in defensive stance with his feet set. But Josh Green's got to stay with his man. Christian Wood's getting out here, okay? Like, now Josh Green is just standing in the middle of nowhere. What on earth is Luka Doncic doing? You have to guard the ball here. You have to. Like, what is going... Why is Luka Doncic doing so? Again, what is Luka Doncic doing? You are guarding this player in transition. How on earth does this Hornets player get ahead of you? Well, a lack of effort is probably a good place to start with that. Okay, being in a defensive stance is not this. Look at this. This player's... You got to have your feet level to one another. They're not. Like, look at... So, when this player turns the corner, you have no chance of sliding your feet. None. You have to... Because you have to turn your body the other way. See, look at this. This player... Look at that. You can't slide your feet, so now you're beat. That draws help. That leads to an open three. This is a 5-on-4. Difficult, obviously, to get a stop. But, you know, what is Luka Doncic doing here? Like, you got to stay with your man. This player's stepping up to take the ball. I'd assume Tim Hardaway's going to slide in here. Like, Luka Doncic just isn't even trying. Or horrible effort in transition. This time it comes from Kyrie Irving. All right, let's take a look. So the Hornets have this ball right here. Kyrie Irving needs to sprint back. There is no way this Hornets player gets ahead of you, other than if you are having an extreme lack of effort. So now that's going to force everybody to collapse on the ball. I mean, cool block, but now there's nobody to box anyone out. Once this pass is made, stop. You got to get in a defensive stance with your feet set. See, none of this is happening right now with Kleber. So look, your feet are all over. Dennis Smith's going to catch this and just be able to rip and go now. Okay, so Kyrie Irving is calling for a switch. It's a little early, but okay, stop. So Kyrie Irving has still got to guard the ball. You're not committing to a switch until you actually get screened. Like, look at Kyrie Irving. He stopped guarding the ball. He should still be guarding the ball. So now when he switches, boom, he's battling for real estate, initiating contact. But he's all, like, you can't do that when you've stopped guarding the ball so early. So now you're sealed. This is... Again, so this is not a great switch from Kyrie Irving because you got to get underneath the screener when you switch, which Kyrie Irving doesn't do. Stop. But the backside help would come from right here, not Reggie Bullock, because your man is one pass away. It's bad defense down low with Mark Williams. You got to work a lot harder if you're this Mavericks player. So the shot's going up. So again, you don't box out facing the person. Turn your body. Use the lower half of your body to drive him away. See, you're boxing out with that's not even a box out. So, I mean, obviously this offensive rebound comes to Mark Williams. Okay, so Luka Doncic here is not a defensive stance with his feet set. So look at his feet. He's got to move his feet inward. You're not getting outward now. Okay, so Luka Doncic is late to get out to his man. He gets beat. Okay, stop. So Christian Wood comes up to double, obviously, because he has to. This player slides in because you can't allow that drop-off pass to happen. And Josh Green is going to rotate here. Luka Doncic has to come here. You are not guarding the ball anymore. That is over. You have to rotate here. This player cannot get out here, but you can. And right now, but no. Your Christian Wood here, you've got to get in a defensive stance with your feet set, okay? Like, because you got to be able to slide over on this pass. See, look at Christian Wood. This is not a defensive stance. His feet aren't set. So when this pass gets made, if you were in a defensive stance with your feet set and your back to the baseline, you'd be able to shift over and you'd have some gap help right here. But you can't. So Tim Hardaway gets a deflection here. So just because you got a deflection, you stop. You got to get up here so that you're ready to guard. This Hornets player's probably getting the ball. So, but you got to get up here ready to guard. Why is Tim Hardaway stopping? What? Terrible switch. Like, what is going on here? Christian Wood, if he's supposed to switch the screen, needs to be level to the screen or in a defensive stance ready to guard. Like, look at this. Look, he comes off the screen. You're not in a defensive stance. You're not ready to guard. That's a tremendous problem. You're not going to be able to guard the ball anymore. Okay, so the Hornets have a 4-on-3 stop. Luka Doncic is trailing here. The fact that he is not sprinting is a humongous problem. It doesn't really matter where he gets back to. He just, at this point, just needs to sprint back and get to the play. See, look at Luka Doncic. Jogging. Like, if you had been sprinting the whole time, okay, now maybe you're able to take Dennis Smith and Kyrie Irving and stay home here. But Luka Doncic jogged. He's still not a part of the play. Like, that's a problem. Horrible transition defense. I mean, what is Maxi Kleber doing? If this player's guarding the ball, you should say something. But Maxi Kleber's got to know, okay, I got to come here. Like, Kleber just being in the middle of nowhere. Now that Tim Hardaway's got to worry about 2 Hornets players, which is not really possible. Kyrie Irving, you need to have your feet set in a defensive stance. We're 0 for 2 here. Look at his feet. They're all over the place. You're not in a defensive stance. It's a disaster. So first of all, why are the Mavericks even switching? There's no screen being set. Why can't Reggie Bullock just stay with his man and Maxi Kleber stays with his? So I guess Reggie Bullock switches. Well, if that's the case, and it doesn't even really matter what happened here, Maxi Kleber is standing in no man's land and is only staring at the ball. So, yeah. What is Maxi Kleber doing? Why are you standing here? Your man is out here. So get up here. Guard, be in a defensive stance. Like, what is he doing? And then you gamble. It's like, what is happening right now?